This is the craft area. Okay. I'm going to leave the camera where it's sitting because it shows everything I want to show you. And while I'm doing that, if I had more light that it wouldn't glare the place, I'd put it on. But I'm thinking you got a pretty good idea look there. So let me point all this out to you. This way it ain't shaking all over the place. That brown cabinet you see there behind the swing, that's a stand-up cabinet that I have craft stuff in. My tools, my wood burning, my glue sticks, my glue gun, my rotary tools, my X-Acto knives, my tools, supplies, whatever supplies I got. Above that is calendar pictures and stuff like that that I use on woodwork and stuff like that. The cabinet next to that, the white one, that's another cabinet. It's got slider doors on it that I've got more supply stuff that I work with and use. The blue tote, there's a shelf over that where you see the black box and the light. That's my workstation that I had on the other side here. There's a shelf above the light that I've got my jars under that I've taken and screwed the lids to the shelf. So all my beads are in it. I've got enough room to make another row of them. Above that is my paints, my nail polish that I use, my paint brushes, my markers and stuff like that. The totes underneath that table is stuff I've got to work on, stuff I've started on working on, stuff I have worked on, the whole dooba-dooba-doo thing. And at the end of that table, where you see the flower cloth at and the AC, that's a cabinet, but it ain't got no doors. So the dust in here, I've got to figure out how to either get doors on it or do something. But I got a cloth over it for right now. It's got more space in it that I can use. On top of that is my fountain. And as you can see, the AC, stuff like that. Now, I'm going to tilt this just a little bit over this way. That right there is my dog house. It's a portable dog pen, the cage dog pens that you can put puppies in and stuff. Well, what I did is I just took it and stretched it out and made a long doghouse out of it. Put some styrofoam board over top of that. Put a blanket on top of it or a sheet or whatever I had. Closed it in, and as you can see, there's Brutus right there with his dark self in there. And there's Coke, he's staring. But it works out pretty good. They got a mattress in there, and it's long enough for both of them, as you can see. It's pretty good size there. It's good 6 feet long by, I'd say about 2 feet wide. So both of them can fit in there. You see their dog food down there in the silver container, the dog feeder, under the AC. And they have their water right there beside it. And then they got their doggy door that unfortunately I have closed right now. So they are well taken care of. And my bench swing right there. So I did have a shelf on this brown wall, but I took it off and used it for the top shelf of my craft room because I don't know. It just wasn't working for what I wanted. It wasn't wide enough for my TV. So I couldn't see having a shelf on the wall if it wasn't doing nothing but harboring stuff. You know how you have a flat shelf, it's going to get something on it. So I took it down and I said, you know what? Instead of this being a clutter shelf, I'll just take it down and put it as my shelf to put my bead jars on. And that's just what I did. I took it down, and of course it was longer than I needed, so I had to cut a foot or two off of it. And I took that and put my jars on it, screwed down the lids to the shelf, and put it on the wall. And believe it or not, that works really good instead of having these jars taking up my cabinet space over there that I have everything else in. So, yeah, um, I'm thinking above where that flag is, I'm going to I got a few dresser drawers that I took out of a dresser that they just weren't lining up. You know how they get all messed up and they don't line up and do right. So I took them out and I just put totes in the holes of the dresser. So I've got me some dresser drawers that I seen online that you can put them on the wall and make shelves out of, you know. So I'm thinking right there above my shelf where my jars are, I think I'll put me about one or two drawers up there and make it work for something else, for more stuff, I always say when you got a small area for a craft room, to use your wall space as much as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do, is use my wall space. See, over here when I had it over here behind me, I didn't have the wall space. I just didn't have the space, period, put it that way. Because when we put the window in that I thought I was going to be able to open, which I can't, kind of threw everything off. So I have a window here, that long window, that 6-foot window, come to think of it, that I can't open. And I don't want the sunshine coming in because it heats up the place. So I have a window in here that I can't do shit with. Excuse my French. So I said, well, that blew my craft area out the window because I can't have the space I need for the wall. And I can't take the window out, as hard as it was to put it in there. So I decided, you know what? I can rearrange everything. And that's what I did. I moved my bed from over there where it was and put my craft area over there. And I thought, yeah, now I've got the wall I can use to do what I need to do. So this works out a whole lot better. Gives me more room, more space, and I can move around a little bit. I can add some stuff to it. I do a lot more over there than I can over here where I was. So that makes me feel a whole lot better. Now all I got to do is figure out just what crafts I'm going to stick with. I know my bag socks are going to be one of them. That I do know. And I'm thinking my wood burning's going to be another one. And wood carving and stuff like that, which I'm pretty good at. but I'd like to be better, so it's going to take me a little bit of practice on that. But I've pretty well got my bag socks, which is under that tote, which is in the tote that's next to the blue one. I've got it just about full, but I want enough of them that when I go to put these boogers online, I have enough to work with, you know. So anyway, that's my story, and that's my craft room, and that's what I'm doing, and that's how it's going, and just blah 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 blah. So you guys have a good one. Take care. Tell me what you think, and we'll go from there, okay? And maybe when I get some supplies up that I need, like, you know, my woodwork and stuff like that. I got plenty of supplies to work with. I just ain't got no supplies to work on. So that's my scenario there. But anyway, take care. You guys have fun, and we'll holler at you later. Love you. Bye.